Mario has to be the most successful plumber in history. Not only does he save a princess over and over again, he also plays golf, board games, and races with his friends and rivals on the weekend. I'm starting to wonder why he's even classified as a plumber at this point, but he might actually be one of the strongest people out there. Let's dive into it. Since Mario made his debut in 1981, he has been running around, kicking Koopa tail, and stomping on bad guys for years. One of the most common things that Mr. Mario Jumpman Mario does, though, in his games, is break open blocks. These blocks have appeared in pretty much every Mario series game. They range from tiny to gigantic, but all have two things in common. They are made of bricks, and Mario can punch right through them. These bricks aren't just decorations, though. They are used throughout the Mushroom Kingdom for everything: roads, structures, even castles. Don't ask me how they float, though. I wouldn't know where to start there. But we can see how hard you'd have to hit one in order for it to shatter like we see in the Mario games. Mario's cannon height is 155 centimeters or 5 foot 1 inches. Using this, we can baseline the average size of the blocks throughout the series to be around 27 inches or 69 centimeters in any direction. For comparison, that's a cube roughly the length of one step, and it could hold around 86 gallons. Since many of the blocks contain items such as coins, mushrooms, or stars, we'll just assume that they're all hollow to simplify things. Although the blocks vary in color and design, the most consistent ones appear to be made out of clay bricks. Now, to understand how Mario could shatter a brick block, we need to understand how bricks work. In order to be structurally sound like we see in the games, these bricks would need to be glued together with something like mortar. There are a few different grades of brick and mortar that can be used, but for structures like the ones we see in the Mushroom Kingdom, it needs to be something that can mostly withstand things like the weight of an entire building. Don't get me started on things like bonsai bills or bombs, though. Maybe another time. When it comes to the forces on structures, engineers have to be mindful of three different things: tension, compression, and shear forces. Tension forces are when things are being stretched out. The opposite of that is compressive forces when they're being squeezed together. Bricks are very good at compressive forces, as they can hold hundreds or even thousands of pounds of force. And for most brick structures, you don't really have to worry too much about tension. Shear forces, on the other hand, is where things are cut or split apart, and that's usually where most brick and mortar structures fail. Bricks are stacked in a way that make use of their compressive strength. If you tried taking a sledgehammer or a wrecking ball to the top of a brick wall, you'd be fighting against those compressive forces that make brick such a useful tool for building. But if you took that same sledgehammer to the side of a wall, you'd start doing some damage because the brick and mortar structure isn't designed to take forces from the side as well. Now, for the structure of these blocks, Mario doesn't appear to be breaking individual bricks. It seems that he is separating the bricks from the mortar, taking advantage of the shear forces needed to break the block. Brick and mortar designed for structures has an average maximum shear force of half a megapascal, or 74 pounds per square inch. Using the size of the block and the shear force, we can find the force needed from Mario's punch to break the block. Rearranging this equation a bit, we get that pressure times the area equals Mario's punching force, which means Mario's punch is equivalent to 242 kilonewtons, or 54,404 pounds of force. Now, I knew that Mario was in a boxing game once, but this is just ridiculous. For comparison, Ivan Drago in Rocky IV had a stated punch of around 40 kilonewtons, or 9,000 pounds. The actor that played Ivan punched Sylvester Stallone so hard during filming that Stallone ended up in the ICU for days. And Mario can punch over 6 times that strong. I definitely would not want to get in a ring with him. Although Mario has to be as strong as the Kool-Aid Man in order to break that many blocks, he's got to be downing a Kool-Aid Man-sized container of milk for how strong his bones would have to be. The largest and strongest bone in humans is a femur, which breaks at around 1700 psi. Mario's hand is experiencing 2 times that amount with every block he encounters. So not only can we add superhuman strength to his skill set, We can add an insane bone density too. Seems to me that his slogan should probably be changed to "Got milk?" Anyway, thanks for watching these science videos. They are a lot of fun to make, and it seems like you guys are enjoying them too. Plus, all of you have made some great suggestions for things that you want me to look at. This topic was actually a suggestion by George821. Thanks for the idea, George. If anyone else has something that you want to see, and if it's actually possible in real life, be sure to leave a comment down below. There have been some pretty good ones so far, and I'm excited to dive into them. If you're enjoying this, subscribe or share this video with others. And thanks again for sticking around. We'll see you later. Ciao.